From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, son.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Well, happy Friday morning to you. It was a hot day out there yesterday. Some of the warmest we've seen for many of us in the valley did top out at least 90 degrees. One of the warmer spots in Corning at 92, 91 for Oroville, and right around 90 for Redding, Red Bluff, and Chico. Temperatures even in the mountains pretty warm in the 70s and 80s, but yeah, much cooler along the coast there. Temperatures were in the low 50s. All right, so here's your weather headlines. It's going to be a little bit cooler, a little more unsettled here for today and Saturday. Who sees the rain, who doesn't? We'll get into that a little bit later. Now, the peak of the cooling trend will be on Saturday. Now, it's not as cool as we initially thought, but it will be cooler nonetheless. And the other headline, the bigger one, will be the gusty winds today through Sunday for some of us, the valley and the coast in particular. But then after that, as we go into next week, I think it's going to be drier and it's going to be warmer. Really drying out by Sunday. Now, we're going to get into all of that. Who's going to see the rain? Who's going to see the thunderstorms? Who won't see rain in your deeper dive forecast? But let's get you through today. All right, so those of you that have to work outdoors, for the valley, I think you'll be okay. But some of the mountain locations, I think is a different story. But out the door this morning, it's going to be nice and, mild. We'll call it low 60s for the valley, mainly 40s and 50s for the higher elevations, and some fog still along parts of the coast. So we look at the satellite image. Doesn't look very impressive, does it? We just got a line right here. What's happening here? Well, we've got a trough of low pressure, speckled clouds as cooler air. What's going to happen is this is going to split in two. So this energy is going to move down to our south and this energy way to our north. It's the energy moving to the south that will eventually develop its own area of low pressure. And that's going to have an impact on our weather here over the next 48 hours or so. So let's get you right into it. We'll just get you through today. Now there's the clouds and fog along the coast. It's going to have a hard time burning off here this afternoon. We'll call it mostly cloudy. Midday, still dry, but we're starting to see those clouds developing. Now, most of those clouds, you'll notice, are developing to the east, to the north, and a little bit off to the west here. And, of course, we're still seeing the mostly cloudy skies along the coast. Now, as we go into the afternoon on Friday, today, there's the showers and thunderstorms. Most of it looks to be in Lassen and Modoc counties. Now, we're starting to see some development here in western Tehama, maybe western Shasta. We could even see some development for parts of Trinity County, and maybe even a little bit of development this afternoon for parts of Siskiyou County. But the bulk of it right now looks to be confined off to the east at 3 p.m. today. Okay, now let's take it about 5 o'clock. We're seeing some development possibly around parts of the valley here. It's not entirely out of the question. So I would say most likely it's going to be dry, but we're seeing most of it kind of spreading off to the west here by 5 p.m. Most of it's to the north. We're still seeing some activity in Modoc County and maybe a stray sprinkle or light shower elsewhere. But if you look at it, this is not a very impressive or a big deal, is it? We go into 10 o'clock tonight. Most of it's to the north of the valley. We take you out towards Mount Shasta, Siskiyou County, maybe a chance for some overnight showers and thunderstorms there. In fact, I think the bulk of any rain in Siskiyou County will be overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. And we'll get into what we expect for Saturday in your deeper dive here in just a bit. But let's talk about the winds too. The winds are picking up a little bit here for parts of the valley in particular, coming in from the south around Chico and Red Bluff around, say, 15, 20 miles per hour. Maybe a little bit stronger coming in from the north for places like Redding. A little breezy off to the east, a little breezy for the coast, but nothing major. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday that I think we're going to see those stronger winds here. So even tonight, still a little breezy here for parts of the valley. Now, with that all said, there's a beach hazard statement for today for the coast. This is until about 5 p.m. today. We've got those large breaking waves, something to be aware of if you're going to be spending some time on the beaches today. So here's today. Temperatures low 80s, much cooler than it was yesterday, and that's the cooling trend will continue into tomorrow. There's the thunderstorm chances best off to the east. Again, we could see a stray shower thunderstorm for Trinity County and parts of Siskiyou County, but most of it I think will be to the east and fairly dry, maybe a sprinkle or two this afternoon. Elsewhere, all right, we take a look at your 7-day forecast, and we're going to start off with the valley. So I've got breezy, windy. Basically, the winds are going to be off and on here, and the strongest, I think, will be on Sunday for everyone in the valley. But notice no raindrops falling from these clouds, nothing. So as I mentioned, places like Redding, Red Bluff, Cottonwood, Palisadro, Old Shasta, City of Shasta Lake, all have that potential for late afternoon, early evening, sprinkle light shower, maybe an off chance for a thunderstorm. That's worth watching for today. But by tomorrow, most of it is going to be in the higher elevations. But that being said, there still is that potential for a pop-up here and there for parts of the valley. So that's also worth watching. But bottom line, not much going on here for the valley. Many of you in the valley are going to make it through today and tomorrow without even seeing a drop of rain. For the coast, mainly dry. Now today and tomorrow, maybe a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower here and there. That's it. That's also the case for the inland areas. Best chance for any activity will be this afternoon and evening for Trinity County. Otherwise, mainly dry on Saturday. Sunday, it's dry across the board. Okay, now we take a look at Mount Shasta, Modoc County, Eastern Mountains. Best chances for showers and thunderstorms today and tomorrow are right here, Modoc County, Eastern Mountains. Elsewhere, it's not really until this evening that I think the best chances for Siskiyou County. So overnight is when we see the bulk of it. Saturday, mostly cloudy. There, yeah, maybe a stray sprinkle light shower, but most of it's going to be the east of Siskiyou County, in Modoc County, in the Eastern Mountains. Then we're dry across the board on Sunday, warming up and drying up. Drying out, that is, as we go Monday through next week. So that's your quick cast, at least as quick as we could get through. Do want to remind you, here's a great resource for you. Put it on in the background. If you own a business that has a waiting room, this is a great resource for you. It's free. All you have to do is just get a smart TV with YouTube on it, or get a Fire Stick, Roku. We've got other devices coming soon, by the way, so we're very excited about that. But it's a 24-hour streaming channel, and it's all local, folks. It's all about local neighborhood forecast, latest video forecast like the one you're watching right now. You can see all the information on what we call the L bar. You've got 7-day forecast for 10 different locations, current conditions for 10 different locations. This is a great resource. Check it out. It's free, 100%. 24-hour streaming channel. It's going all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. All right, so there it is. This is the line that I'm watching here. This is the cooler air that's moving on in. This is going to split in two, as I mentioned. It's the south end of that split that's going to impact us the most as we go into the next few days. All right, so let's get you into it. Let's get you through the weekend. There's the fog this morning along the coast. We still see the clouds throughout the afternoon. Clouds developing by midday, but still dry. Now, the afternoon, most of it is here. This is where we're seeing most of the thunderstorms. Could we see a stray shower thunderstorm here and here? Yes, it's a possibility. Now, look at 4 p.m. Look at how close it is to the valley. And some models want to take some of that and even bring it up towards near Red Bluff and even Redding. So, again, not entirely out of the question. If you have outdoor plans late this afternoon, early evening for the north end of the valley, Red Bluff northward, take note, keep a close eye to the sky, look to your south and west. Look in this direction, so no matter where you are, look in this area right here to see if there's anything developing. And go to the Free Weather NorCal app. Keep that radar handy so you can check it out if you have any outdoor plans. Meanwhile, most of it's off to the east. Okay, so now we go into 10 o'clock tonight. So you'll see things are starting to die out. It's off to the east, but we're seeing most of the activities. Remember I was talking about it's going to be overnight tonight that I think northern Trinity County, Siskiyou County has the best chance for those showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, it's mainly dry by tomorrow morning. But look at the clouds for the valley. Now, this is going to be a key to our forecast as far as any showers or thunderstorms developing in the valley. Now, you see how the clouds are sticking around. Now, there is a bit of clearing. You can see right here. That's important to take note because if we get enough clearing in parts of the valley, and really anywhere, you've got a chance for some mid to late afternoon showers and thunderstorms developing. Now, it looks like most of the instability will be off to the east, and now it looks like places like Bernie have a better chance eastward. But look at elsewhere. There's not a lot of activity, is there? Now, you can see as we go into Saturday afternoon, most of it's to the east, Bernie eastward, Lassen County, Modoc County. Again, this is where we have the best chances for thunderstorms for both today and tomorrow. It's this area right here. And then some of it a little bit more to the west, closer to Bernie by Saturday. But you see this right here that's popping up? That's an indication of some of the clearing that we could see in some areas. So if you get enough clearing for the first half of the day tomorrow, you could see a stray shower or thunderstorm pop up. But overall, I think many of us in the valley, including Redding, Red Bluff, Corn, anywhere, Many of us could make it through the afternoon or throughout the day tomorrow without a drop of rain. Look at Trinity County. Look at Siskiyou. Look at Del Norte, Humboldt counties. Not a drop of rain in the forecast here. Now, could you see a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower through the day on Saturday? Sure, not out of the question, but not much going on. Then we're thinking maybe some lingering showers Sunday morning. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. So by Sunday, we are done with these chances. We're going to clear things out Sunday afternoon, and we're looking at dry conditions. Getting warmer too. So looking at the latest forecast model data, this is mainly from, maybe this evening and tonight. But overall, you can see not much going on in the valley. We're seeing most of it to the north and east. I think this might be overdoing it, quite honestly. You might pick up 100th here and there, but overall, not much going on off to the west. All right, so let's take a look at the winds through the weekend. Here we are, Friday, 5 p.m. today. Mainly northwest winds from the north end of the valley, south winds from the south. Nothing major, just a bit breezy out there, a little breezy for the coast and off to the north and east. It's tomorrow that we're going to see those stronger winds. Now, you see 8 o'clock in the morning, not that big of a deal. The winds are picking up here for the coast in particular. And you can see here, north winds, 15, 20, 25 miles per hour in the valley. We'll call it breezy again. We'll call it windy, though, for the coast. You're talking 25, 35 miles per hour, approaching 40. But look at Sunday. Look at that. Now you're approaching 40 miles per hour in some cases for the valley. So this is when I expect some of the strongest winds. No advisories just yet, but that may change later today. That may change over the weekend because we do expect some of the strongest winds here for your Sunday. That may linger on into Monday. We'll see. So here's what's going on. There's the cooler air moving. Remember I was talking about it splitting in two? There's the split right here. Here's the split. We've got this area of low pressure right here, another one off to our north. So by Saturday, you've got the area of low pressure. The rotation around that is what's helping to produce the instability. And the cooler temperatures and the winds. This is helping generate those winds. That pushes to the south over Southern California. This is going to be another reason why we have the winds. High pressure here, low pressure here. We're in the squeeze play. We get those strong north winds for Sunday. Now the cooler air is still in place, but it's beginning to warm up on Sunday. Then we go into your Monday, really all the way through next week. High pressure will be the dominant feature. Now, the main area of high pressure will be off to our east. We are seeing some of this cooler air trying to move in, but it's going to be warmer next week. We're talking upper 80s on average for the valley, but I think some of us getting into the 90s too. So it's warming up. Warmer than normal is what we're expecting here over the next 10, 14 days or so. So it's going to be pretty warm out there. 10-day trend. There's that drop, not as much as we were thinking initially. We're back up to the upper 80s, maybe some low 90s through next week into that next weekend. So we'll be above normal. It's going to be pretty warm. Your wave heights for today, not that much of an issue, but by this evening, by tomorrow, now we're talking about most likely gale warnings going into the weekend because of those gusty winds. Beach hazard statement has been issued here for today until 5 p.m. Large breaking waves along the coast. That's something to be aware of if you're going to be spending time on the beaches. That could be a potentially dangerous situation for you. Taking a look at your marine forecast for your Friday, we do have a small correct advisory, but that won't take effect until this evening. Otherwise, not that bad with the winds. They're out of the southwest at about 5 knots, but they probably will be increasing later on this afternoon, and in particular going to this evening and for tomorrow. So here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures will be about 80 degrees, give or take, a little bit cooler out towards the Ruth. I've got the chance in there. Now, the best chances, I think, for Trinity County will be this evening and tonight. They'll be mainly north of Highway 299. Otherwise, I think to the south, you're probably dry today and tomorrow. North coast, very good chance you'll be dry today and tomorrow as well. If you see a passing sprinkle, a light shower today or tomorrow anywhere in the north coast, inland coast, higher elevations, that could be the case here. But otherwise, not much going on rain-wise. Now, for Siskiyou County, I think your best chances will be this evening and tonight. If you see an isolated shower or thunderstorm pop up this afternoon, or even Saturday afternoon, don't be surprised, but the bulk of it will be this evening and tonight. Today, tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms for Modoc County. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s. We're drying out by Sunday. For the eastern mountains, today, tomorrow, your best chances are Lassen County. Plumas County getting in some of that, especially Saturday. Eastern Shasta County getting in that on Saturday. But it's mainly Lassen County that you get the thunderstorms today and tomorrow. But again, tomorrow, as we go into Saturday, eastern Shasta County and parts of Plumas County as well. Your valley neighborhood forecast to the south, no raindrops falling from the clouds on Saturday. But again, if you see a stray sprinkle, a light shower, maybe an afternoon thunderstorm, especially to the south, we'll watch for that. But Sunday, you're dry and windy, and then we're warming up going through next week. There's a look at your 7-day forecast for Chico. Temperatures in the low 80s on Sunday. Looks like in the upper 80s, maybe even touching 90 by Tuesday. Mid to upper 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. All right, let's take you up to the north. Temperatures today, not as warm as they were yesterday, but still warm, low 80s. 78 degrees for Whiskeytown and 78 degrees for Lakehead. If we see a passing shower, maybe even an off chance for a thunderstorm this evening for Redding, north end of the valley, even as far south as Red Bluff, don't be surprised. Breezy today, tomorrow, windy on Sunday. Now, Saturday, again, I've got you dry in Redding. But if you get enough clearing, especially for the first half of the day, you might see enough daytime heating for a stray shower or maybe even a thunderstorm. But overall, it's mainly dry for the valley today and tomorrow and Sunday, and windy on Sunday, with temperatures warming back up in the upper 80s to about 90 for Monday through Thursday. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon for your latest forecast. Have a great morning.
This May, get active with the Shasta Bike Month and Challenge. For both beginner and experienced cyclists, you can ride anywhere, anytime during the month of May. Whether it's to work, the store, or a leisurely spin on a trail, every ride counts. Join the challenge and log your rides with the Love to Ride platform. Compete as a team of coworkers, friends, or family. Every bike ride you take earns you chances to win local prizes. Sign up today at ShastaBikeChallenge.org.